constitutional commissions under the 1987 Philippine Constitution. There are three constitutional commissions class under Section 1, which shall be independent. And these are Civil Service Commission, the Commission on Elections, and the Commission on Audit. Okay? I will just run through all these provisions just for you to listen and understand because these are basic provisions para lang alam nyo kasi ano ba mga trabaho ng bawat constitutional commissions. Class, and reminder, these constitutional commissions are in a way, hindi pwedeng tanggalin, hindi pwedeng baguhin without amending our Constitution. Kasi Constitution mismo ang gumawa ng mga commissions na ito. Okay? Number 1, the Civil Service Commission. So, ganun din ang qualifications niyan. Natural born ang chairman. Natural born, at least 35 years of age, with a proven capacity in public administration, and must not have been candidate for any elective position in the elections immediately preceding their appointment. Okay? So, ano bang pinaka sakop ng ating Civil Service Commission? The Civil Service embraces all branches, subdivision, instrumentalities, and agencies of the government, including government-owned or controlled corporation with original charters. Ito yung pinag-aralan natin. Actually, hindi ko pa na-assign sa inyo, yung Boy Scout of the Philippines versus NLRC. Tinatanong doon kung ano ba ang Boy Scout of the Philippines. Ito ba ay government or private corporation? So dito nalaman na ang Boy Scout of the Philippines ay isang public corporations. Okay? So number 2, appointments in the civil service may be made only according to merit and fitness to be determined as far as practicable and except two positions which are highly determining, primarily confidential, highly technical by competitive examination. So, yung merit and fitness, ito yung tinatawag din natin na civil service exam. No officer or employee of the civil service shall be removed or suspended except for a cause provided by law. Ganun kaganda ang security of tenure class ng isang civil service eligible or employee. No officer or employee in the civil service shall engage directly or indirectly in any electioneering or partisan political campaign. The right to self-organization shall not be denied to government employees. Temporary employees of the government shall be given such protection as may be provided by law. Sir, class, I explain ko lang yung number 4. No officer or employee in the civil service shall engage directly or indirectly. Class, ako, I cannot directly or indirectly involve myself sa mga election campaigns, election paraphernalia, o anong klaseng event, basta election ang pinag-uusapan. Okay? Yung number 5, of course, kahit na ikaw ay government employee, pwede pa rin kayo ng self-organization. Kaya lang, hindi kayo pwedeng mag-picket, hindi kayo pwedeng mag-strike. Okay? Pwede lang kayo magsabi ng hinaing nyo, pero hindi kayo pwedeng bumitaw sa inyong trabaho dahil ang binibigay ng isang gobyerno ay public service. Okay? Number 6, temporary employees of the government shall be given such protection as may be provided by law. Kaya nga hindi basta-basta natatanggal sa government kasi meron din namang mga protection. Okay? The Civil Service Commission, of course, is the central personnel agency of the government. Shall establish a career service and adopt measures to promote morale, efficiency, integrity, responsiveness, progressiveness, and courtesy in the civil service. It shall strengthen the merit and reward system, integrate all human resources development programs for all levels and ranks, and institutionalize a management climate conducive to public accountability, it shall submit to the President and the Congress an annual report on its personnel programs. And of course, Section 4, all public officers and employees shall take an oath or affirmation to uphold and defend this Constitution. Class, importante ang pag-take ng oath. Ito ay panunumpa. Maraming class na natatanggal sa trabaho dahil sila ay binaliwala ang kanilang sinumpaan na trabaho. Okay? And again, for reiteration, ang civil service ang pinaka-central personnel agency ng gobyerno natin. The Congress shall provide for the standardization of compensation of government officials and employees, including those in government-owned and controlled corporations, with original charters, taking into account the nature of the responsibilities pertaining to and the qualifications required for their positions. Section 6, no candidate who has lost in any election shall, within 1 year after such election, be appointed to any office in the government or any government-owned or controlled corporation or in any of their subsidiaries. Class, ulitin ko, this is important. Walang kandidato na natalo sa nakaraang eleksyon o sa eleksyon president. After 1 year, hindi sila pwedeng ma-appoint. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, pag nanalo ka, pwede ka bang ma-appoint? Pwede. Kasi nanalo ka. Hindi ka naman natalo. So, yung natalo, ang hindi pwede. Okay? 6, no candidate. Yeah. Okay? 7, no elective official shall be eligible for appointment or designate in any capacity to any public office or position during his tenure unless otherwise allowed by law or by the primary functions of his positions. No appointed official shall hold any other office or employment in the government or any subdivision, agency, or instrumentality thereof, including government-owned or controlled corporations or their subsidiaries. Class, dito naman, pag ikaw ay na-elect na official, ang sinasabi lang, hindi ka pwedeng ma-designate o ma-appoint na habang ikaw ay nakupo. You should resign. Yun lang naman sinasabi dito, dapat resign. Hindi pa pwedeng doble ang iyong posisyon. Hindi pa pwedeng ikaw ay mayor at ikaw ay na-appoint pang chairman ng MMDA. So, hindi pa pwede yun. Except, pag pinayagan lang ng batas. Because there are other offices na pinapayagan, gaya ng Vice President of the Philippines. Na-elect siya, pero siya ay na-allow na maging cabinet secretary. So, pwede yun. Okay? Basta allowed. Now, number 8, no elective or appointed public officer or employee shall receive additional, double, or indirect compensation unless specifically authorized by law, nor accept without the consent of the Congress any present emolument, office, or title of any kind from any foreign government. Pensions or gratuities shall not be considered as additional, double, or indirect compensation. Class, remember that isa lang ang sweldo at panggagalingan ng sweldo ng isang government employee. Ikaw man ay elective or appointed. Okay? Hindi ka pwedeng doble-doble. Baka may sweldo ka rito sa opisinang pinagtatrabahoan mo. Gaya kunyari, ako class. Ako ay MMDA director. So, hindi ako pwede, class, tumanggap ng ibang compensation from other government office. In fact, class, sa aking pagtuturo ngayon, class, ako ay merong hinihinging authority to teach kasi hindi nga ako pwedeng basta-basta tatanggap ng compensation. Kailangan ino-authorize ako ng aking opisina at pinapayagan akong magturo. Okay? So now, we move to Commission on Elections. Ito naman yung namamahala sa election. Now, there shall be 1 chairman and 6 commissioners who shall be natural-born citizens of the Philippines at the time of their appointment. Dapat 35 years old, college degree, and must not have been a candidate for any elective positions in the immediately preceding elections. However, majority thereof, including the chairman, should be members of the Philippine Bar. Ibig sabihin, class, dapat lawyer and who have been engaged in the practice of law for the last 10 years. The chairman and the commissioner shall be appointed by the president with the consent of the Commission on Appointments. Ano ang powers ng ating mga COMELEC? Number one is, of course, enforce and administer all laws and regulations relative to the conduct of an election. Plebiscite, initiative, referendum, and recall. Sila lahat na mag-enforce at saka mag-administer ng batas ng ating eleksyon. They shall also exercise exclusive original jurisdiction over contests, all contests relating to the election, returns and qualifications of all elective regional, provincial, and city officials. Class, kung mapapansin nyo, sila ang may hawak ng mga kaso basta tungkol sa eleksyon at election returns, yung mga binabalik, yung mga pinipirmahan natin, yung mga boto, okay, at ang mga qualifications sa mga regional tsaka provincial and city official. Kung sino man ang madi-disqualify doon, COMELEC ang in charge. Kung natatandaan nyo yung lecture ko, class, sa senator at saka sa mga congressmen, di ba meron silang sarili nila, yung HRET, yung House of Representative Electoral Tribunal, at saka yung Senate Electoral Tribunal. Sino naman yung in charge doon pagdating sa mga qualifications ng senators at congressmen respectively? Okay? Decide, number 3, decide except those involving the right to vote. All questions affecting elections, including determination of the number and location of polling places, appointment of election officials and inspectors, and registration of voters. Sila rin klase naglalabas kung saan manggagaling ang mga, kung saan ang magiging botohan or yung areas kung saan tayo boboto. Okay? Number 4, deputize with concurrence of the President law enforcement agencies and instrumentalities of government, including armed forces of the Philippines, for the exclusive purpose of ensuring free, orderly, honest, peaceful, and credible elections. Class, dito rin, sila rin na magsasabi sa mga polis na tulungan sila. Okay? Siyempre, kailangan umagri ang ating Pangulo, ang ating Presidente. Next class. Register after sufficient publication, political parties, organization, or coalitions. Class, sila naman ang in charge sa pagpaparegister, class, ng mga party list. Kung nakikita nyo yung parties or any political organizations, sa kanila dapat nire-register to. Okay? Financial contributions from foreign government and their agencies to political parties constitute interference in national affairs. So, hindi inaalaw yun, class. At ito ay pwedeng ground for cancellation of their registration with the commission. So, hindi pwedeng mag-share, magbigay ng pera o mag-solicit sa ibang bansa or foreign governments. Number 6, file upon a verified complainant or in its own initiative petitions in court for inclusion and exclusion of voters. So, pwedeng gawin ng ating COMELEC para tanggalin at hindi tanggalin ang isang botante. Kailangan sila mag-investigate kung talagang dapat itong tanggalin. Ano mga kaso? Election laws, against election laws, or violation of election laws, including omission in constituting, election frauds, offenses, and malpractice. Okay? They can also recommend, number 7, effective measures to minimize election spending, including limitation of places where propaganda materials shall be posted, and to prevent and penalize all forms of election frauds, offenses, malpractices, and nuances. Class, sinasabi lang dito na recommend, syempre ang gumagawa pa rin ng batas is our congressmen. So, sila ang gumagawa ng batas. So, i-recommend lang ng COMELEC kung saan okay mag-post, di ba? At saka kung magkano ang gagastusin ng isang kandidato. Number 8, recommend to the President the removal of any officer or employee it has deputized or the imposition of any other disciplinary action for violation or disregard of or disobedience to its order or decision. Okay? So, they also have the power to recommend para tanggalin ang isang empleyado. Number 9, submit to the President and the Congress a comprehensive report on the conduct of each election, plebiscite, initiative, referendum, or recall. Okay? So now, we move to number 3. Paano ba nagbobotohan? Class, hindi na masyadong importante ito. Pero, I just have to state it. Okay? So, usually, syempre, pag may nagtatalong dalawang tao, usually meron tayong judge in between. Pero pagdating sa election, ito yung COMELEC class. So, hindi rin sila basta-basta nagdidesisyon kung hindi sila nagbobotohan. Okay? So, what else? Okay. No pardon, amnesty, parole, or suspension of sentence for violation of election laws, rules, and regulations shall be granted by the President without the favorable recommendation of the Commission. So, usually, ang Presidente class, nagbibigay yan ng pardon or parole or amnesty. Pero pag ang violation ng election laws, class, dapat merong rekomendasyon ang ating Commission. Okay? Number 6, a free and open party system shall be allowed to evolve according to the free choice of the people subject to the provision of this article. Number 7, no votes cast in favor of a political party, organization, or coalition shall be valid except for those registered under the party list system as provided in the Constitution. Lahat ng mga party list representatives nyo, class, nakarehistro yan sa COMELEC. Kung hindi sila nakarehistro, hindi sila pwedeng iboto. Okay? Political parties or organizations or coalitions registered under the party list system shall not be represented in the voters' registration boards, boards of election inspectors, boards of canvassers, or other similar bodies. However, they shall be entitled to appoint poll watchers in accordance with law. Okay? Now, number 9, unless otherwise fixed by the Commission, in special cases, the election period shall commence 90 days before the day of the election and shall end 30 days thereafter. Bakit importante yun, class? Okay? Dito kasi malalaman kung nagva-violate ka na ng election laws. Siyempre, pag within the period nung 90 days at 30 days, total of 120, kasama yung election day, pag nag-violate ka dun sa period na yun, violation of election laws ka. Okay? Otherwise, pwedeng hindi. Section 10, bona fide candidates for any public office shall be free from any form of harassment and discrimination. Okay, ito nyo, pati yun, class. Nasa provision ng batas. 11, funds certified by the Commission as necessary to defray the expenses or for holding regular and special elections, plebiscites, initiatives, referenda, and recalls shall be provided in regular special appropriations, and once approved, shall be released automatically upon certification of the chairman of the commission. Malamang kaperahan lang nila yan kung paano nagkakapera at kung saan nanggagaling ang budget, class. Now, the last constitutional commission, class, isa to sa pinakamahigpit at pinakaimportanteng commission kasi ito yung nagche-check ng pera ng gobyerno, the Commission on Audit. Sa Commission on Audit, class, again, composed of a chairman and 2 commissioners. Natural-born citizen pa rin. CPA kailangan. And of course, pwede rin merong mga members of the bar who've been engaged in the practice of law. So, ang commission class, the Commission on Audit shall have the power, authority, and duty to examine, audit, and settle all accounts pertaining to the revenue and receipts of and expenditures of uses of funds and property owned and held in trust pertaining to government or any subdivisions, agencies, or instrumentalities, including government-owned and government-owned or controlled with the original charter. Class, ang pinaka-basic lang naman dito sa ating commission audit is of course, chine-check nila ang pera ng kaban ng bayan dapat. Chine-check nila yung pera ng isang municipality, isang agency, isang organization. They will check, class, every single receipt, every single computation, sila ang gagawa nun. Kaya maraming nakakasuhan, class, lalo na kung ikaw ay makikitang nangungurap. Okay? So, ganun ka-importante ang Commission on Audits. Naka-enumerate ang kanilang functions sa Section 2 ng ating constitutional commitment. Constitutional commission, sorry. Hindi ko na iisa-isahin because these are reserved for actually CPA lawyers who are applying for a job in commission and audit. Okay? No law shall be passed exempting any entity of the government or its subsidiaries in the guise whatever or any investment of public funds from the jurisdiction of the commission and audit. So class, wala pwedeng lumusot na gobyerno or agency sa pag-audit ng ating commission and audit. Okay? Message me for questions, class. Thank you for listening. Eat, pray, love. And of course, study well.